So what? George Strait has got like 60 number one songs, and after all these years, this is still my favorite. It's one of his early ones, 1983. It came out when I was a rock and roll boy and a country and western boy. I went out with my rock and roll friends to the clubs on Friday nights. I went out with my country friends to the clubs on Saturday nights. And when this came out in 83, I was two-stepping to this at Billy Bob's and several other places. A lot of times it came on twice in one night. It was so popular. It's huge. And it's also an example of how well country writers could write. This is an example of great lyrical poetry, my friends. This is cowboy poetry, if you want to put it that way. It's got one of my favorite, excuse me, one of my favorite stanzas in all of music. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Yeah. If that ain't the American spirit right there in those three quick lines, I mean, and so something I didn't know at the time in 83, I didn't find out till later, is this is a freaking cover song by George Strait. I thought he wrote this. A lot of years, I thought he was the writer of the lyrics on this. I was giving him praise up and down the block. Well, it turns out, no. Terry Stafford and Paul Fraser wrote this in 73. Terry Stafford performed it in 73, released it in 73. And so I finally ended up going back and listening to his version. And my friends, you ought to go listen to that because it is enormous. I thought there was no way he could do this song justice, even though he wrote it and performed it first. I have to say, I think it's an equal. In some ways better, in some ways maybe not as, but that the steel guitar, his voice is amazing. Go and listen to Terry Stafford's version. I'm doing a reaction to this because by George Strait because it holds a special place in my heart. I was dating a particular girl at the time, and we were dancing to this extraordinary song, and I just think about her every time I hear it. But okay, let's go with George Strait and his wonderful band. And this is an official music video. I think it's probably 1983. So here we go. And the fiddle on this, wow. Went to several rodeos. Oh, there's going to be some nuanced changes on this. I like it already. Hear that voice.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio.
God, the dude is just so cool.
Everything that I got is just what I've got on. When that sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning,
His voice.
Amarillo, I'll be there.
I love the emotion in his voice. And this fiddle. Nice.
They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe.
What a story.
Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. But I'll be looking great when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't lying. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be.
That young George Strait dude was charismatic, wasn't he? Let's put him back up here. There we go. Oh gosh, I mean, there's just so much to say on this. First, I want to say that I'm glad that it's not lip syncing. This is an original rendition of the song live. I don't know where it was at, but so much about this, it's got more accentuation in it than the original. The fiddle comes out stronger. The slide steel guitar comes out stronger. The drums are a little bit stronger. There's even a little bit more emotion, I think, in his voice. He comes out, he's got that rasp occasionally, besides his sort of low tenor that's just gorgeous. I mean, he's got, man, maybe the greatest country tenor of all time, possibly. But it's so smooth, man. I mean, the dude's just liquid with his voice. But that rasp that he brings in and the way he ends his sentences a lot of times with that emotion, you just feel the songs when George is singing. But his backup guys and the guitar itself, even, just amazing. Simply freaking amazing. Man, it takes me places every single time I hear this. The song itself is just liquid. It reminds me when I two-step to this. I'm from North Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, and so of course it's got a special place in my heart. I have friends in Amarillo, and up north, even further up in Borger, Texas. That's where some of my family is from. So this just has a special place for me. And I went to the rodeo a lot. You know, I've always kind of wondered if George himself did do rodeo. If y'all know, let me know. I don't know. But yeah, this is a classic. It's a genius song in lyrics, musicality, and vocals. I personally, it's my favorite by him. As I said at the very beginning, it's perfect. It's a perfect song. And it's a cover. I can't believe Terry Sanford. Wow. Okay. Anyway. All right. Y'all let me know what you think. I'll catch you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.